This is Special Chronicles, giving respect and a voice to people with special needs.
I shudder thinking how the world can be so cruel. I lend my voice to those who can't. It's time we try, it's time we care, it's time we stand. It starts with a voice.
Welcome to the Special Chronicles show. My name is Daniel Smrokowski, and I'm the founder of Special Chronicles and a Special Olympic Southern Survival International Global Messenger and an EnergyForce Ambassador with ComEd. Our website, specialchronicles.com, where you can stream our archives of over 750 episodes absolutely for free. Again, that's specialchronicles.com, where you can follow Special Chronicles as well on social media. And Apple Podcast, Spotify, or anywhere you listen to your podcast. This week on the Special Chronicles podcast EnergyForce series, season 6, Pt10. Our topic this month is holiday lights. Our returning guest is Carter Sanders, an EnergyForce Ambassador from Easterseals, is returning on the podcast as this month. This episode is airing in the beginning of December. And so what better month than to talk all about the holiday lights events that are happening in the Chicagoland area. And so please put your virtual hands together as we welcome Carter back to the Special Chronicles show. Welcome back, Carter. Welcome, Carter.
Hi.
So it's good to have you back on the show. I was looking in to see when the last time that you were on, and I think the last time it was episode 424 that aired in May 2021, and then as well as episode 475 that aired April 2022. So the past couple years you've been on a couple episodes in the past, right?
That is correct.
So I'm sure we might have some new listeners, but for any of those new listeners, why don't you tell us how we got connected, what disability you were diagnosed with, and then as well what organization that you are with.
Okay, my name is Carter Sanders. We got connected through the ComEd EnergyForce Ambassador program. I was diagnosed with autism when I was 4 years old. I am a part of Easterseals, Special Olympics, and the Best Buddies job program to give you a job in tech. However, I am the ComEd EnergyForce Ambassador for Easterseals.
Awesome. So we're going to, on this episode, again, we'll put links in the show notes on specialchronicles.com for this episode 555. If any of you listening want to go back and hear more of Carter's story, we'll put links to those previous episodes. If you want to hear more from Carter. But Carter, we're going to go ahead and take a short break. When we come back, we will get into talking all about what is the holiday lights. And so we'll get into that after our first break right here on the Special Chronicles show. And so we'll be right back right here on specialchronicles.com and talking all about the holiday lights events that ComEd does in the Chicago area. We'll be right back right here on Special Chronicles. Support for Special Chronicles comes from listeners like you. As an independent public media podcast, Special Chronicles will always be there for you. Now we're asking you to be there for us. As a nonprofit independent media organization, we can only make programs like Special Chronicles with listener support. Our programs provide weekly, candid, honest, and inspiring conversations about the people with disabilities community that creates awareness, support, and advocacy within each week's episode. Listeners tell us our shows are an enjoyable podcast for the developmental disability community and everyone else who is able to listen to stories about life from a different angle. Please, if you and your family love our weekly podcast, make a one-time, monthly, or annual gift of thanks today. Support this podcast at specialchronicles.com/give. That's specialchronicles.com/give. And we're back. August is Carlo Santos from Easterseals, about ComEd EnergyForce Ambassador. And Carlo, why don't we begin? And I'm sure a lot of listeners who might live in the Chicago area might know what the holiday lights events are. But we have listeners across the country, across the globe. And so some listeners might not know what exactly the holiday lights events is. Or maybe there's a listener who's listening here in Chicago who may have never heard of the holiday lights before. So can you just tell us briefly what are the holiday lights events?
Yes, the holiday lights are events, are tree lighting events held at Brookfield Zoo, Lincoln Park Zoo, the Botanic Gardens, and the Morton Arboretum. I have mainly been doing the ComEd EnergyForce event at Brookfield Zoo since December of 2021. The holiday light events at Brookfield Zoo are commonly known as the Zoo Lights.
Awesome. And yeah, so there's a number of locations where you all can go and see the holiday lights. Since you've been to a few of them that you said at the zoo, I've been to a couple of them at I think the Brookfield Zoo. I've been to a couple of them at the Morton Arboretum. I think I've been to one of them at Lincoln Park Zoo as well. Mainly the Brookfield Zoo location is the one that I used to go to. But can you go ahead and describe what the scene is like? What's the scene like at the holiday lights events? What's the experience when somebody comes out to a holiday lights event? What's the whole experience like? Can you describe the scene for us?
At the holiday lights event at Brookfield Zoo, there are so many Christmas lights with LED lights on them. As it gets dark close to the 5 p.m. hour, the combination of Christmas lights and the night sky makes the whole environment majestic. The Christmas music they play at the holiday lights at Brookfield Zoo puts you in the Christmas spirit. When I talk about clean energy there, I usually emphasize the importance of solar energy and how beneficial the ComEd Energy Efficiency Program is. Since the population of the zoo lights at Brookfield Zoo consists mostly of children and families, I am able to make the children's day with energy saving tips and lots of giveaways as many of them appeal to children. Even though it can be cold at times as we are outside, the people at ComEd always make sure we are warm and comfortable. We have portable space heaters to keep us warm and cozy. When we have to take a break, they always let us go get hot chocolate, or they even give us hot chocolate.
Awesome. Yeah, it's really neat to see all the lights, but also to the whole point of us being there as EnergyForce Ambassadors is to educate people about energy efficiency, educate people about solar. But it's neat to kind of be in that environment with all the lights. And then the hot cocoa and the heated tents is an added bonus. We're gonna go ahead and take another short break. When we get back, we will talk a little bit about why all of you listening should come out and join us at the holiday events that is happening. Again, this episode is airing the beginning of December, so I'm sure there'll be lots of over the next month episode events, holiday lights events that are happening. So we'll be right back right here on SpecialChronicles.com. Support for Special Chronicles comes from ComEd. Special Chronicles is proud to partner with the ComEd EnergyForce Ambassador Program. The EnergyForce is the country's first energy efficiency education program designed for and taught by people with disabilities. ComEd is powering lives, and Wary is powering us. Here at Special Chronicles to keep the lights
and our technology is powered on. As ComEd powers the lives of us, they are literally giving a voice to people with special needs. We thank ComEd for the generous support of our mission at Special Chronicles. Learn more at specialchronicles.com/ComEd. That's specialchronicles.com/ComEd. Support for Special Chronicles comes from United Airlines Bridge Disability Business Resource Group. Special Chronicles is proud to partner with United Airlines and the Bridge BLG. Bridge BLG is committed to being an ally for all employees and customers with disabilities, which helps to create internal awareness to keep accessibility needs in mind and partner with key organizations to empower disability inclusion for employment and travel. Bridge, connecting people of all abilities. Book your travel today on United.com or on the award-winning United app. Learn more on United's commitment to disability inclusion for employment and travel at specialchronicles.com/United. That's specialchronicles.com/United. And back, our guest is Carl Sanders, EnergyForce Ambassador from ComEd. And at this point of the program, Carl is kind of all a pitch, I guess you could say, to encourage our listeners to join us at an upcoming Holiday Lights events. I'm not sure the dates, but I'm sure if you go on to ComEd.com, you can probably find a location and find a date and time of when the Holiday Lights events are happening. So, Carl, can you share with us why all listeners should attend the Holiday Lights events?
You should attend the Holiday Lights event because it is a family-friendly event.
Good. And what makes these events stand out?
The Christmas lights and the music make it look like something you see in a Christmas movie on the Hallmark Channel.
Good. And is there anything else that you would like to add about why people should attend these holiday like events? Like, it's like what makes it so like something that you see on the Hallmark Channel, or what's so special about these events that make so many people come out?
Well, for one, it also, in addition to it being a family-friendly event, it also is an event where you can take someone out on a date. The whole environment has a lot of Christmas lights, and the site is so beautiful. There is a particular tree in one of the main parts of the zoo. Is a big tree that has a lot of Christmas lights. And as I left my shift one day, I was making my way to the exit. I admired the beauty of all the other trees.
Neat. And I think you might have said, or maybe I'd seen this in the notes, in the pre-show notes that we have. You said that it's also a family-friendly event, right? Because when we're there, and whether we're giving out the ComEd giveaway, when we're giving out any of the like a lot of giveaways we have, it's like lights that light up, because that's the whole purpose of the holiday lights. But it's also a family-friendly event, right? There was a lot of kids that come out to do these events. You want to speak a little bit to that point about how these holiday lights is a family-friendly event?
Yes, because the shift I've been doing is on a weekend where kids don't go to school, so they spend a Saturday and Sunday afternoon going to the holiday lights and looking at the animals, seeing the beautiful Christmas lights, and being educated on clean energy, because it is energy saving tips are not just for adults. Children are never too young to learn about the importance of clean energy.
Absolutely, and I think that the fact that these holiday light events happen around the holiday times in December and towards the end of the year, and there's a lot of energy that's being used with these holiday lights, and so I think that's another important reason of why we're there as EnergyForce ambassadors is to educate people that come and see the lights and kind of educate on how people can save energy when they go back home, right?
Right.
Absolutely. So is there anything else that you want to, as we wrap up this segment and take one final break for our final segment, anything else that you want to add on why our listeners should attend the holiday lights events, or what people can expect?
Yes, and one more thing I forgot to add. As I mentioned, it is a family-friendly event. It will also make a good field trip for grade schoolers.
Awesome. Good note to add. So if you are listening and you have kids that you want to take on a trip, or just take your family, take your friends, and join us at these holiday lights events. We're going to go ahead and take one final break. When we come back, we'll get some final thoughts with you, Carter, and also get to that final question after this final break right here on Special Chronicles. Special Chronicles is hosted by Podbean Podcast Hosting, the easiest, most affordable option to get started in podcasting. At Special Chronicles, we proudly host our weekly podcast with Podbean and highly recommend you use Podbean Podcast Hosting to get started in podcasting today. Sign up for an unlimited hosting plan and get 1 month free now to get started in podcasting today when you visit specialchronicles.com/Podbean. That's specialchronicles.com/Podbean. Our live streams are powered by StreamYard, the easiest way to create professional live streams. StreamYard is the live streaming studio in your browser. Interview guests, share your screen, and much more. Stream directly to Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, and other platforms. Sign up for StreamYard today using our StreamYard referral link when you visit specialchronicles.com/StreamYard. That's specialchronicles.com/StreamYard. Our guest on the program is Carter Sanders, an EnergyForce Ambassador from Easterseals. And so, Carter, if our listeners want to get more information about Easterseals or the EnergyForce program, where can they go?
They can go on Eastersealschicago.org and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. That's now. You can also learn about the ComEd EnergyForce Ambassador program at specialchronicles.com/ComEd, and you can listen to Daniel and the ComEd EnergyForce podcast series of specialchronicles.com/EnergyForce.
Awesome. So we'll go ahead and put all those links in the show notes for if you guys are listening to this on specialchronicles.com/podcast555. We'll put links to Easterseals Chicago, as well as where you can learn more about the ComEd EnergyForce program, as well as if you want to listen to other episodes, because throughout this entire year, 2023, we have this is actually the 10th part of our season 6 of this series. We've got a bunch of other energy efficiency topics. Everything about I think at the beginning of the year we did an episode about energy efficiency. We've done an episode about solar energy, about the ComEd marketplace. I think we did an episode about clean energy, tools for the customer, communication with the customer, all different topics throughout the year on this EnergyForce podcast series. That is a series on this podcast, the Special Chronicles show. Carlo, you have any final thoughts on your time here today? As we before we get to that final question, and as we come up, this I think we'll coming up in about 20 minutes. So this is going to be a little short of an episode, but we try to keep these energy first episodes a little shorter for you guys, so nice, kind of easy listening. So you get all the information that you have on this series. But Carlo, do you have any final thoughts?
Yeah, just like the previous two times I was on Special Chronicles, I enjoyed being the guest here. I am so glad I got a chance to share my experience at the Brookfield Zoo Life and how you spread the word on the importance of clean energy while feeling the Christmas spirit. I look forward to a future holiday event at not only Brookfield Zoo, but possibly Lincoln Park, the Morton Arboretum, and possibly at the Botanic Garden.
Awesome. Well, thanks again for coming on the show and for all of you listening. We'll put links in the show notes to the previous two episodes that Carlo was on. So if you want to go, just look in the show notes for this episode 555, and we'll put links to where you can go and listen to the previous episodes of this podcast. We got one final question, and so we're going to go ahead and roll that bump.
We're not just athletes.
We are the ambassadors of an uprising, peaceful protesters
In a rebellion against anyone
with your difference. Our demands are
equality,
dignity,
and the recognition of our shared humanity.
we will not stop or accept anything less.
Today, our world is
More divided than ever. And coming together has never been word.
The revolution
Is inclusion.
Find out more at joinrevolution.org.
So ever since the 2019 Special Olympics World Games in Abu Dhabi that I attended, I'm asking all of our guests one final question. And so Carlo, I'll do the same with you. I believe I may have asked you this same final question the other two times when you were a guest on the program. But inclusion revolution is a big message within the Special Olympics movement. It's important at ComEd, inclusion important here at Special Chronicles. I'm sure even at Easterseals, the whole message of inclusion is important. And so to wrap up our time here today, we'll ask you, what does inclusion mean to you?
To me, inclusion means including people with disabilities and other minority groups in society and not making them feel unimportant. To me, the ComEd EnergyForce does a good job at demonstrating inclusion.
Awesome. Well, that's a perfect way to wrap up this episode. I hope you all, thank you again, Carlo, for taking the time to come on the Special Chronicles show. As we, on this EnergyForce series, we talked all about the holiday lights events. Hopefully, all of you listening learned a little bit more from Carlo on what to expect at these holiday lights events, and that you will come out and join us. Join Carlo, join me, join all of the other ComEd EnergyForce ambassadors out at one of these events. You can come and say hi to us, hear from us in person on what the EnergyForce and what the energy efficiency tips that we share, and come out and say hi to us, meet us, see all the holiday lights, and we really do hope that you all will come out and join us at a holiday lights events. Be sure to keep following the Special Chronicles podcast. We'll tap that follow button on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. New episodes drop weekly. You can also just listen right on specialchronicles.com. You can subscribe to our newsletter. Follow us on social media, Instagram, Facebook. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can follow us, find us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, all those places. I can find all those links again on specialchronicles.com. So don't miss out. We're doing content that will help you make impactful, inclusive connections in your life through our podcast. We'll be back next week with another exciting episode. Every Monday, a new episode drops right here on the Special Chronicles show on specialchronicles.com. And until then, Have a great week, and happy holidays, and we know choose to include. See you next week. Thank you for listening to this episode of the Special Chronicles podcast. Our podcast was produced by Daniel Smrokowski on the Special Chronicles Network. Follow Special Chronicles on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and YouTube. Subscribe, rate, and review Special Chronicles on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen to podcasts. Our website, specialchronicles.com, where you can stream our archives of over 500 episodes for absolutely for free. Also, there's a list of our favorites original series, award-winning columns, and blogs, and sign up for our newsletter to receive exclusive bonus content delivered to your inbox. Again, specialchronicles.com. Special Chronicles is hosted by Podbean Podcast Hosting. Our live streams are powered by StreamYard. Thanks as always to our business manager, Daniel Smrokowski, who always encourages us to never give up. I'm Daniel Smrokowski. Back next week with more stories.
Special Chronicles. Giving respect and a voice to people with special